Today I'm talking about ways to combat imposter syndrome. My name is Gina. I'm an author, editor, publishing professional. I help you make your writing better. This question actually came in on Patreon, and Jacob asked, how do you go about convincing yourself that you are not writing something that a professional could have written 10 times better? And then he correctly identified one of the true things here. And one of those truths is that your perspective and your voice have not yet been captured telling this particular story. So you are necessarily going to do it differently. Better, worse, I don't know, differently. And differently is all this industry really is about. Like, yes, there needs to be some quality and there needs to be some craft involved in this, but I'm sure you can think of books that were extremely popular and resonated with huge audiences that were not very, very well crafted. And I'm not encouraging you to turn out something that isn't good or that you aren't proud of, but there is a way to connect with an audience that has nothing to do with what the other people are doing. And if you are writing something that feels authentic and feels genuine and that you are excited about, then you're going to be able to find that audience. You're going to connect with people. People are going to recognize that authenticity and that voice that is coming from you that can only come from you. I also think there is some power in admitting that at first, yeah, it's not that good. It's okay. You're learning, you're growing your craft, and even the people who you think are incredible and amazing, they also wrote some stuff that was really dumb and really bad early on. I think because we are taught the mechanics of writing while we are in school, we tend to think that writing is so simple a child could do it. And that's obviously not true. Writing as an art form takes skill, and this is a skill that you can craft and hone and build up over time. All writing is rewriting, and so you are going to go through many drafts of the same story until you find the version that does express the thing you were trying to express and it does connect with an audience in the way that you were hoping to connect with them. If you go out to dinner and enjoy a beautiful meal created by a master chef, you don't see the years or decades of terribly messy kitchens and burnt things and incorrectly seasoned dishes that went into that chef learning how to create that meal. You just see the finished product. If you know anything about like fabric crafting or tapestry or embroidery or anything like that, the front of it can look very polished and crisp and clean and pristine, and the back of it is a big jumbly mess. And even then, you still didn't see the miles and miles of threads and yarns and pieces of fabric that were discarded because they weren't good enough for the public consumption. Writing is the same way. You're going to go through a whole bunch of garbage before you create the final version that you are very, very proud of and that you're ready to put out into the world. But everybody else is only going to see that final version. That's what you're seeing of everybody else's work, of all of those professionals you are comparing yourself to. Don't compare your back kitchen to the final meal from somebody else. You are going to be able to get to that point too.